Hey guys, my name is Brandon. I'm with BiggerPockets.com, and today I'm going to show you how I quickly analyze an investment property just to see if it's worth looking more into. I know that a lot of properties come up all the time, so this is my quick, under 5-minute analysis to see if it's something I should pursue. So this is the property I'm looking at right now. This is a listing sent to me by my realtor, Jason Atwood. And if I scroll down the page, I see that they're asking $119,900. It's a fourplex, and I can find out how much they say the rent is. I actually don't know if I trust these numbers, but we'll get to that in a second. You know, I can flip to the pictures. Looks pretty good. Looks like the carpet's pretty nasty. Might need a little bit of, maybe a few thousand in repairs, but we can cover those later if we need to. But right now, let's just look at the numbers. So at 119.9, I'm going to go over my financial calculator. Basically, I'm just going to round it to 120. I'm going to put down 20% down payment. 20% of 120 is $24,000. On 120 puts my number at about $96,000 for a mortgage. Again, this is real quick. 30-year repayment. I'm not going to figure tax and insurance right now into it. And I'm left with a principal and interest of $515 a month. The reason that number is good is I'll show you in a second. So we are going to look at the 50% rule on a property like this. Basically says 50% of whatever income comes in goes out to expenses, and whatever's left is what you pay your mortgage with. So I know that this property is according down here, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Now, I know my area pretty well. I think that's important for any investor to do, is to understand your small area really, really well, rather than understanding a little bit about a big area. So I know that in this area, a typical 2-bedroom apartment is going to rent for about $500 a month, and I know a typical 1-bedroom is going to rent for about $400 a month. So that's 400, 400, 400, and 500 is equal $1,700 per month. Now, if I take the 50% of that for the 50% rule, I'm left with $850 to pay the mortgage. And according to the financial calculator, my mortgage is $500, a little over $500 a month. So let's just say $515 a month. So $850 minus $515 is $335 per month. So if we were to put down a 20% down payment on this, we could probably reasonably expect to make $335 a month. And this is just off the top of my head. This is not a detailed analysis, remember. $335 a month times 12 months is $4,020 per year. And remember, we're going to put out a down payment. I think we figured out it was around $24,000. There's going to be a few thousand in closing costs, etc. Let's just estimate that we have a total of $30,000 into this property. Of our own cash. That means that we make $4,000 a year on $30,000. So 4,020 divided by 30,000. That tells us that we're going to be making a 13.4% return on investment on that property. Now, 13.4 is not bad. However, the number I look for more importantly was that cash flow number. You remember it said $335 a month. If you guys know me well, I say at minimum I shoot for $100 per unit per month. So if this one gives $335, it's not quite there. I might try to rework these numbers to find out at what point they do matter. To do that, I would just plug in some more numbers into our financial calculator. So why don't I do that real quick? Let's say instead we offered $20,000. Let's say our mortgage is for $20,000 less, and instead we only pay, around $100,000 for it. We put down around $24,000 for a down payment. We'll keep the other terms the same. This time the principal and interest comes down to just over $400. That leaves us, if we have $850 left to pay the mortgage minus the $400, I'm rounding here, we are left with $450 per month in cash flow. At that point, it does make sense. It does meet my minimum $100 per month per unit requirement. So that becomes more enticing. So right around $100,000 is where this property starts to get interesting for me. Now, I know that this was a bank repo. It's been on the market for a long time, and so I would say right around that point is where it makes a lot more sense for me. So that is very, very quickly how to analyze a property and decide if it's worth actually driving out to look at. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, send me an email, get on the forums, or hit me up on Facebook. I will talk to you guys later. For Bigger Pockets, this is Brandon Turner. Have a good day.